What is going on, everyone? Let's talk about Idaho. Idaho is one of the hardest states to find on a map for 6th graders in the US. Really, they never get this one right, unless there are 6th grade classes currently in the state of Idaho, and even then about a third of them get it wrong. In case you're looking for it on the map right now, here it is. Actually, just kidding, here it actually is. Now, I'm sure some of you believed me when I showed you the wrong state, and that's because nobody seems to know where this place is. So if you're looking for a place where friends, family, and law enforcement have a hard time finding you, Idaho may be your place. But before you ask Siri how to find Idaho, maybe you should watch my top 10 reasons not to move to Idaho. Number 10. Non-compete is real. Normally, this only applies to executives and upper management of a company. A non-compete clause is a contract that you sign that says if you leave a company for whatever reason, you can't go work for the competitor for a certain amount of time, a year, 2 years, whatever. Most states are getting away from letting companies enforce that because they were forcing these contracts on employees further and further down the food chain. So Idaho, wanting to attract more companies, they went the opposite direction and made it easier to enforce. So let's say you went to school for 4 years, you're an accountant, you've been working for a company for 4 years as an accountant, the only thing you're trained for a giant corporation. If you get canned, if you leave, you can either leave the state, become a ranch hand, or work fast food. That's a situation that could happen. I think it's kind of weird. Thought I should bring that up. Number 9. Very gun-friendly. Now, if you're a gun owner, collector, or enthusiast, this one isn't for you. This is for the people who really don't like guns. I'm here to tell you, do not move to Idaho if you have a problem with gun ownership. Everyone has a firearm in Idaho, and most of the time on them. Now, I'm a gun owner, and I wouldn't fit in Idaho because I don't own a gun rack. Number 8. No love for Californians. California has a lot of people, and most of those people can't afford to stay there anymore. So they've migrated, just like humans have done since the dawn of time. If you can't survive someplace, move someplace you can. The thing is, people in Idaho have seen this, just like the people in Oregon have seen it and people in Washington. Californians have been migrating north for some time now. They got a problem with it. I have a message for you from one of my subscribers and a Boise resident. His name is Charlie. He goes by Chuck. And here's the message. If you're a Californian thinking about relocating to Idaho, don't move here. We don't believe in vegans, global warming, or your feelings are more important than my opinions. Stay where you are, or go to Arizona. So that's a message from Charlie, also known as Chuck. Number 7. The red state. They describe Republican states as red states and Democratic states as blue states. This is the reddest state of them all. If you vote Democrat in Idaho, congratulations, you're in the minority. A very small minority. This place is more red than the Russian flag. And coincidentally, they have a town in Idaho called Moscow. Imagine that. Number 6. Hikers versus plants and animals. There's a lot of plants and animals that have the potential to kill you in the Idaho outback. Poison hemlock and water hemlock are two of Idaho's most toxic weeds. Grizzly bears, prairie rattlesnakes, hobo, brown recluse, and black widow spiders are all around Idaho. Watch where you walk, sit, sleep, camp, pee, everything. I got a better idea. Why don't you just not go hiking in Idaho? Number 5. Hikers versus nut jobs. Idaho seems to be where all the end-of-the-world types go. Idaho has been a hotspot for preppers since way back before Y2K. You don't want to be walking down a trail and run into some dude with a sour disposition, paranoia, and an assault rifle that thinks you're part of the government. It won't end well. Number 4. Hikers versus the elements. Idaho is known for some seriously bad elements and occurrences. Snowstorm, landslides, forest fires, Louis C.K. comebacks, and flash floods. Make sure you pay attention and don't walk into any of them. Number 3. It's boring. It is. It's a boring state. Area Vibes voted Idaho the most boring of all the U.S. states, and that's harsh considering you have states like Iowa and Kansas out there. They even have a Yelp page that gives it 1 star, and in all the comments, you have words like dull, boring, and no fun in almost every single one of the comments. Number 2. Dangerous winter driving. Steep grades, switchbacks, guardless mountain roads make winter driving feel more like an extreme sport than a road trip to Montana. Stay away from Lolo Pass. Highway 34 to Grace and their wildlife that run across the road there, that's freaking dangerous. And the old Spiral Highway in Lewiston, that's just a few of the roads that in winter are ugly in Idaho. And they really do have a serious lack of guardrails along these mountain roads. I found that really strange driving through there. All other states had a ton of them. Not here. You're on your own. And number 1, weather extremes. The winters in Idaho are bad. They come in 5th behind Minnesota, Michigan, and the Dakotas as far as severity. If you live in the northern chimney part of Idaho, that's that long panhandle strip that goes up, you're only out frozen by Minnesota. From winters that last way too long to summers that never seem to end, Idaho has some extremes. August typically sucks, probably the worst month of the year. As the temperature climbs into the triple digits, driving to and from work, opening up your front door, and even sleeping at night all feel like you're getting something out of a very, very hot oven. Alright everyone, so that's the top 10 reasons not to move to Idaho. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. Leave me a comment, tell me what you thought about the video. Please refrain from profanity and racial slurs, as always. I appreciate you guys checking out my channel. As far as my other channel, I made a video and I was supposed to start at the middle of April. I didn't like what I was doing, so I had to rethink the whole thing. But within the next week or so, I think I got it down and I'll have it up. Sorry for the delay. As always, everyone have a great day. Don't forget the links below. They help out the channel if you buy anything on Amazon or one of my t-shirts. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.